Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Manitoba's child advocate is demanding more provincial resources go to helping Indigenous boys heal from trauma, all to prevent deaths by suicide or homicide. CBC's Sam Sampson reports.
First started back at the Thompsons, the young odds didn't have much followers, but
this song shares pain and hope.
Tired of seeing how the cost still dropping us. No jobs high, then there's back to the block for us. We can never see what the top's like. Not a lot of us get the spotlight, so we work 3 times harder our whole life.
Trevor Morasti and Michael Breland wrote this song to express their experience as First Nations children with Manitoba's Child and Family Services. It's part of a new report from the Manitoba Advocate for Children and Youth. That details 45 cases where boys died by suicide or homicide during a 10-year period, and how to prevent those tragic deaths.
I don't know who I am. I never really found a solid answer because I've always been labeled throughout CFS throughout that life, so I never really found that. But with the music and the report and all that reflectiveness and knowing that, our lives aren't unique, we all struggle, that's something that inspired me to help find myself.
The report details similarities between the boys who died: poverty, parents who used substances, gang involvement, poor school attendance. But the solutions are there too. Most of the boys who died were First Nations, and the report stresses intergenerational trauma and colonization helped put those boys in terrible situations.
Government and church processes stole our children from us, and we're still trying to overcome the residue of that time.
The Advocate has 4 new recommendations for the province, including reducing the number of CFS child apprehensions through programs for parents who use substances, and updating a province-wide youth gang prevention strategy. The Advocate is also repeating a 2018 recommendation for the Department of Health to address a lack of treatment for substance use and to create a youth addiction strategy.
We make these recommendations because we see an urgent need in this area. The government's own information also reflects very clearly that there are really large gaps and big service needs in youth mental health and substance use services in our province.
If you're hating, that's a dislike. Y'all not ready to get the facts right.
No matter what, Breland says Manitobans need to encourage First Nations boys to succeed.
Talk our youth up, not down.
Hype them up more.
Not down. We were talked down our whole life. We need the opposite now in this generation. Talk them up.
Exactly.
Talk them up.
The province says it's created a committee with different departments to review the report. Morasti and Breland say they hope leaders take a good look. Sam Sampson, CBC News, Winnipeg.